Hi guys, I'm glad you made it back, and if you didn't make it back, if you just seen this, then I'm glad you're here. So let's stay. I have a lot to talk about. I look greasy, but I swear I'm not greasy. I have a lot of highlighter on and I used a lot of the Halo Glow makeup, so I'm like really glowing right now. Anyways, this topic is beauty standards. I feel like recently, number one, obviously TikTok, number two, men, and number three, what does that have to do with it? I'm gonna get into that. Number one, I feel like when we scroll on TikTok, like when we're just scrolling on TikTok, whether it's us or like boys, a lot of really gorgeous women show up on our For You page, and obviously we're humans, so we're bound to compare, and we end up comparing ourselves to these really beautiful, gorgeous women, which in no way am I saying it's their fault, because it's not their fault. Just looking at them is kind of harmful for us, because unless it's like just a naturally born goddess beauty, most of the time the people we see on our TikTok have some sort of filter, some sort of surgery, some sort of like, it's just not real. You know what I mean? Like right now, this is not what I look like. It's just not what I look like. Even if I don't have any surgery, or even if I don't have like, let's just say like packed makeup on to the point where I look like a completely different person, I'm still modifying my face to look the best as it possibly can, because I'm standing in front of a camera. Do you know what I mean? And so us average everyday people, me and you, we're gonna see these people on TikTok who constantly look their absolute best, like maximum, like as best as they can possibly look all the time. And so we start to see our flaws, because they're not gonna post the days where, for example, my skin looks like that and it looks worse without makeup on. So I'm not gonna be posting that angle hella close to my face, because I know that I have scarring and acne, and I dealt with that for a long time. So these women know what their flaws are, and they're gonna go out of their way to not show that side of them, that angle of them. For example, say that someone's side profile isn't the best. For example, this is my side profile, and I know I have an ethnic nose, and so I'm filming straightforward because I know that I have an ethnic nose, and I'm trying to look my best because I'm talking in front of a camera in front of a lot of people. These women who have a really nice side profile, they'll film videos on TikTok looking this way, and maybe they know that that's their best feature and that's what they're gonna show. Do you know what I mean? Some women cover their scarring and put on a flawless filter, and for me personally, that's harmful to me personally, which is something I have to work on, comparing my skin to theirs, because then I'm like, oh, why do I have scarring and acne and most of these women don't, which some of them do. It's just we don't really talk about this kind of thing, we don't really post about it. Second thing is, we will never again be good enough for average men, just women in general, just average women, your day-to-day walking down the street women, who's not a model, she's not an influencer, just your average woman, is never gonna be enough for the male gaze anymore, because these men are consuming the same media that we're consuming, which is these gorgeous influencer or model or beautiful women, literally beautiful, gorgeous women who are always perfect and are always flawless in the face, flawless in the body, flawless in the hair. So us women, who our job, we are not getting paid to look good like them. They are getting paid. They are literally getting their money from maximizing their looks 24/7, and then at the same time, let's say getting surgeries or whatever it is that they may be doing. Some women are just blessed. Like some women just blessed from the gods. They're just born gorgeous. In that case, this is a really low percentage of the population that are just born absolutely perfect. Tiny nose, big lips, sculpted face, amazing eyebrows. They do exist, but it's a really small population. But TikTok makes you believe that 99.9% of women look like that, and you don't. Because they only advertise these kind of woman. So when men get on TikTok to go look at whatever it is they're looking at, they're gonna see 99% of their For You page is gonna be these beautiful, gorgeous, like sculpted from the gods women, and then they're gonna look at their average women passing by them day to day, and they're gonna be like, she's mid. Can we just take a second? Like, they're looking at this point an AI, because the amount of things going on behind the screen, this is an AI, and they're comparing it to a human being who's not getting paid to look their absolute best 24/7, because our function as human beings is to not look our best 24/7. Even if we maximize our looks, let's just say me. Let's just say that this is me maximized. Let's just say that this is, I can't do anything else. I'm sure I can. I'm sure there are surgeries I could do. I'm sure there's makeup that'll suit me better. But let's just say for right now that this is the absolute best that I could possibly look. I will never, ever look like those TikTok influencer women who have sculpted themselves to fit a specific kind of perfect woman. I will never even come close to these women, because there's nothing I can do to myself right now to make me look like these influencers. And when, let's say, an average man is going to look at me versus the girls on his For You page, or I'm using myself as an example just because I don't know what everyone else looks like, but I know I am pretty. I'm not gonna say I'm ugly. I'm not ugly. I've never believed that. I'm just saying, even though I am pretty, to a man I would be seen as 5'6", because the girls on his For You page are 9s, 10s only. So looking out into the real world, to these girls who don't exist, these men genuinely believe that these girls exist every single day, but they don't. And the reason that these men are not finding these girls in the real world, at their schools, at their colleges, at wherever it is that they're going, the reason they are not finding these girls is because they're not real. They are an AI. They are practically AI. That behind the screen, they don't exist. They're gone. That's no such thing. No woman's waist is this small. No woman's hips is this big, while having her face be absolutely 100% scientifically perfect. That does not exist. We are made of our genetics. Your parents are not absolute supermodels who have been sculpted by God himself, and you have not been birthed a supermodel sculpted to perfection of the beauty standard. That does not happen. This is not real. I get that there are some models who, I can't say that they were born perfect, but they were born very attractive women, and they were sculpted themselves into fitting that. But they don't exist as women in your day-to-day average life. I'm sure that there is beautiful women, but this is a very rare occasion. How often do you go outside and look at a girl and say, oh my gosh, she looks straight out of my For You page? Less than once a month. Less than once a month. Actually, I would say once every 3 months. I'll be like, wow, she's very beautiful. She's so beautiful. Because that's not real, and that's not realistic either. The other day I saw a tweet. I'm gonna have to find it. If I find it, it'll be here. If I don't find it, then I'm sorry, but I'm gonna explain it further. It's this picture of Margot Robbie. Somebody had tweeted it, and I don't remember how it happened, but somebody was saying that she looks like a 6 on a good day or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember it off the top of my head. They were saying, oh yeah, she looks like a 6 on a good day. And I'm like, wait a minute. She looks good for an average woman. She looks really beautiful, right? She's almost perfectly beautiful. But the reason that these men are taking beautiful women and saying that they're mid or a 6 or don't look their best is because they are comparing it again to an AI, to a artificial. It's not real. I'm telling you, it's not real. And I don't know if they think they're in the Maze Runner or what's happening, but these Build-A-Bear women just, they don't exist. Like, you just cannot put it in the vending machine and take it out and choose your girlfriend. That does not exist. They need to come to terms with the fact that these women that they see every single day in the street, these are the real women that actually exist. It's just crazy how they don't comprehend that these gorgeous women, they are beautiful. And the only reason you're not thinking that they're beautiful is because all you see on media is BBLs, tummy tucks, liposuctions, rhinoplasties, Botox, whatever it is that you're seeing, eyebrow lifts, fox eye, makeup, filters. These don't exist in the real world. Come to terms with that. It's literally false advertising. When you see an ad of a really perfect sandwich from your favorite restaurant, it's not real. Obviously, it's not real. Some of it is going to be plastic, some of it is going to be stuffing, some of it is going to be just fake food and lighting or whatever it is to make the sandwich look perfect. Of course, when you're going to see it in real life, when they serve it to you, it's going to come out not looking the same, because this is real and this is fake, and it's boosting your expectation to something that doesn't exist. Yeah, so I've been kind of thinking about that recently a lot, because sometimes I'll look at myself again and I'll be like, why do I have acne? And at the end of the day, I am a human being. I am not getting paid to look my best. I'm not signed by anything. I'm not an influencer. I am just a human being who lives my life. And so I'm gonna have human being qualities such as, let's just say, stretch marks or acne or a bigger nose because I'm ethnic. I don't understand how sometimes I can look at myself and be like, why do I look like that? Why do I look like that? It should be, wow, how did they get themselves to look like that? Because I doubt it's real. And I do doubt it's real. Number 3. I was talking to my sister about this earlier, and she brought this up to me. We were watching a movie after we had talked about the subject, and there were these really beautiful women, but the movie was from years and years and years ago, before all the TikTok or obviously or whatever. And these women, they're so beautiful, but they don't look like your TikTok baddie, you know. They're just gorgeous and pretty and, you know, natural, I guess. And we were like, wow, she's so pretty, because she really is pretty. And I was thinking she looks nothing like the women that I see nowadays, who are so done up. And I don't know how to explain it without showing a picture, so I'm gonna find a couple pictures to put over here just to explain it a little better. But these women who were acting back in the day, who were considered to be beautiful, they look like us. Obviously, we don't look exactly like an actress. But, you know, it's doable. It's around the same. But nowadays, it's like you can't even compete with these women. You can't even go out in the street and look like an 8, because these women are 9s, 10s who look nothing like you. And they will never look like you. And so you should stop trying, which sounds terrible to say, but you should never try to look like an AI. Would you try to look like an alien? If an alien came down, would you try to morph your face, look like an alien? No, because that's not going to happen, because aliens are unachievable for humans, and so is AI. Last but not least, absolutely last, this is, I don't know, but I'm just gonna get into it. A porn addiction. I know what you're thinking, what about that? Let's just say a lot of men have that nowadays. It's so easily accessible, and I know that it's easy for them to get that. And so I'm just gonna come out and say that because they're seeing these women, you know, in those kind of content all the time, almost every single day, they start to think that women are supposed to look like this. They start to think that our bodies, aside from our face, our bodies are supposed to be looking like these, and they're not. We are not. We are not supposed to look like that. These women, again, they are not real, and some of them are real, but this is their job. It's their job to be close to perfect, because this is what they're getting. I mean, would you expect to go to a bank account to a banker and expect them to be amazing at building houses? No. Would you go to a grocery store clerk and expect them to be a great, I don't know, decorator, painter? Could be, possibly, that's possible. But is it likely? Absolutely not. So why would I go up to a random woman whose job is, who's a student, let's just say she's a student, and expect her to have the body of a porn star? I wouldn't, right? Because that's not her job. And not only is that not her job, she should not have to fit into this category of something that has almost a 0% of working for her. It's almost unattainable. And I would say I don't know, lucky. I'm super lucky because I do have a faster metabolism. So I'm happier with my body. But it could be easier said than done, of course, to love yourself. But at the end of the day, I just need men and women, because I always see videos talking to women about how to stop comparing ourselves. But I think the reason we compare ourselves is because we see that this is what men want, and I know that it doesn't make sense to be like, we don't want to be what men want, but some women do. And it's time to just be like, men and women need to stop comparing women, because that's something that we have in common. And we need to come with the facts that it's not real. It's not real. These are the back in the day, let's say famous people. I don't know how to word that, but just famous people, because this is what real women look like. Women who are blessed, women who and I'm sure that someone in these pictures have gotten something done, but at the end of the day, they look like women. I don't even know. My last point, because I've been talking for like a really long time, is that nobody's a celebrity anymore. Nobody's an influencer anymore. Back in the day, we would have like models and influencers and celebrities who were mainly influencers. We didn't really have, influencers at the time. We didn't really have influencers at the time. We kind of just had celebrities and models and YouTubers, but like not really influencers. So it would be your average everyday people who were the vast majority of the consumers, and then we would have a small amount of people who we would look up to, who would post. These people, the celebrities, the YouTubers, they would post like a celebrity. They would post like a YouTuber. For example, they'd post themselves looking close to perfect or beautiful, always done up, hair, makeup, outfit, everything in the book. And then your population, the vast majority of people, they just post like random pictures. Like, I'm talking. My bad. Anyway, they post like average people, like, they post a selfie of them looking just okay or pretty, but not necessarily perfect. They'd post picture of the sunset, food, whatever it was, and we didn't really care. Obviously, we cared about engagements, but we didn't really care to be as good as celebrities. These were celebrities and we were us. We didn't really need to feel like a celebrity. But now it's like you can't not act like a celebrity, like an influencer. You can't not post yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's you can't not advertise yourself. Everybody, all your mutuals, all of them, every single person is posting like a celebrity. They're all posting themselves looking really good with filters and makeup and hair and outfit, which is fine. I do the same thing. I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. I'm just saying nobody's an average person anymore. Everybody's trying to become an influencer, trying to gain their following, trying to gain more likes, trying to gain whatever it is, posting selfies where they look close to perfect, posting outfits, posting, advertising themselves like a celebrity, and having 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 even followers is nothing anymore. It doesn't mean anything. You have 100,000 followers, you're not a celebrity. If you don't have 1 million plus, you're kind of irrelevant, Back in the day, it's like having 100,000 followers is like you're an influencer. Majority of people would have 125, like I'm talking about back when, Instagram was still developing, and the 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. Majority of people would have like 100, 200 followers. Maximum was like 1,000 if you were like super popular in your little circle. But you wouldn't hear of people having like hundreds of thousands. But now it's like almost normal. Everyone's just a celebrity. Nobody's average anymore. So it's hard for you to become the average person when no one's really the average person anymore. Every time you leave the house, you have to put makeup on. Every time you leave the house, you have to have a cute outfit on. And it's why I'm not a celebrity. I understand taking care of yourself and trying to look cute for yourself. I 100% understand that. But sometimes it becomes like a need. Like I feel like I can't leave the house. I can't go to school if I don't have makeup on. I feel like men just kind of expect that from women nowadays. They kind of just expect you to always have a perfect face of makeup, perfect outfit, perfect hair. And it's because they see it all the time. And I'm not sure what the solution is to this problem. I don't know if there is a solution or if there's going to be a solution. I highly doubt there will be. I guess the only real solution is talking about it and explaining to everyone, I guess, that nobody should compare themselves to people who don't exist. And it's only hurting you and helping them. They know what they're doing. These people know that they don't look like that either. Some of the influencers are more open about it. Some are not. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. I've been talking for a while now. I'm gonna let you go, but I hope you took something out of this. I don't know. I hope I made sense. I kind of just went on a rant for a little bit, but I hope I made sense, and I will see you never.